I have no idea what XQC and Destiny are gonna be debating about. But let's listen to it. Fuck it, let's listen to it.
Who's green? There are not large figures on the left.
Does that all the time.
X, give me an example. Who on the left?
This is people demonstrating their right to freedom and what.
Gavin Newsom, absolutely. You're such a ghoulish fuck. Gavin Newsom absolutely never said that. The next guy that you see dying, please don't pretend that you give a fuck, okay? Play the clip a few times, get some fucking laughs, go and don't pretend you actually give a fuck about any of this shit. Because you guys are the problem. It is your fault. It is your fault. People are doing
I always have to put in the most amount of rage bait. The most amount of rage bait, guys, in the beginning of the video.
I am the most consistent
maybe that's what I should do in my YouTube to make it pop off. In the beginning, I just
ever find.
Yes, I agree.
I am so
consistently retarded. What you're advocating for is extinction on one side, and you're pretending there's some morality in it because you're not affected. That's all you're doing at the end of the day.
The language you're using is crazy, but I think it's awful. I think
yeah, they're so brave. Wow, so brave.
Bro, XQC is playing slot machine same time? Ain't no way.
What's up? What's up?
Hi, what's up? I'm just watching you streaming and memeing.
Okay, what did I say that said
you ain't no way. My man's playing slot machines.
Issue. All right.
Here comes. Say it.
Have you heard of Prisoner's Dilemma before?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna act like I'm well versed, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I heard the exact example. It's like good. Yeah, it's like gotta do it. He's gonna do it. I gotta do it. It's like this gamified. No.
Yeah. So the issue is that
I don't know. Just to loop you guys in, it's like Prisoner's Dilemma is two people that if they cooperated, they both would end up in a good situation. Two people, if they cooperated, both of their situation would be better. But people act in their own self-interest and ruin the outcome of both. So it's basically, you can, maybe I can just Google this up. Wait, Prisoner's Dilemma. It's just better. So don't fucking say some random ass shit. We have access to the internet. The Prisoner's Dilemma is a game theory thought experience involving two rational agents, each of whom can either cooperate for mutual benefit or betray their partner for individual gain. The dilemma arises from the fact that, also basically, the game dilemma is if both defect, no one gets nothing. If both cooperate, everyone gets something. And then if one individual only defects, they get more. Premise. Two members of a criminal gang are arrested in prison. Each prisoner is solitary confinement with no means of speaking to or exchanging messages with the other. The police admit they don't have enough evidence to convict the pair on a principal charge. They plan to sentence both to a year in prison on a lesser charge. Simultaneously, the police offer each a Faustian bargain. If he testifies against his party, will go free, while the party will get 3 years in prison on the main charge. Oh yeah, there's a catch. If both prisoners testify against each other, both will be sentenced to 2 years in jail. So split steel, all that jazz, all right. Why on earth is he bringing up Prisoner's Dilemma? Let's hear it.
Over the past 10, 15 years in the United States, conservatives have been infinitely ramping up the violent rhetoric over and over and over again. But every time it happens, the casual centrist crowd, so the Joe Rogans or the Asmund Golds or people like you, seem to think that they're not doing this at all, and all of the violence is only coming from the left.
Well, and I have never portrayed my audience ever like that. And I've never postured myself like that, ever.
Okay. Do you agree that most of the violent rhetoric right now is coming from Donald Trump and the right?
As in what?
As in, when Donald Trump, somebody tried to shoot at him, Biden came out and made a speech, and Biden said, everybody needs to calm down. This isn't okay. We don't shoot our opponents. But when Donald Trump made a speech yesterday, he blamed the radical left Democrats, even though we have no idea who the shooter even is.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll agree to that. Just to continue the conversation, I feel like I think it's like putting these things like that or whatever. I'm not in the field of politics, whatever, of like finding out who's more at fault or not at fault, or whatever. I don't really care about that. I think.
What? What? What?
I think the whole thing is senseless and dog shit. That's where I'm at.
Isn't that like literally the most opinion to have, though?
I don't think it's
if somebody killed somebody else and they said it was in self-defense, isn't it kind of important to figure out what the fact of the matter is before you know if they had the right to kill somebody or not?
I mean, whoa. I mean, I think that we're like,
We know the shooter's roommate was trans. Like, I don't understand why that matters. I really, really don't understand how that matters. I really, really don't get how that matters at all, bro. Like, for some reason, people want to find someone to blame. This should be a moment of unity, but you want to find someone to blame, which makes this whole big back and forth about that is completely pointless, because everyone's like on both sides of the aisle, people want to score political points. More so than ever, though, from what I see, the right is currently in power, right? The Republicans are currently in power. They're using this to attack Muslims for some reason. And they're using it to attack the left, the radical left, this boogeyman that I don't even know what they're talking about. I have no idea, man. It's like, this should be a moment to come together. It's like, why is there so many shootings at school campuses? What's actually happening in the country? It's like, this is a moment to come together, nothing else. But obviously, political violence has been used. Like, every example of political violence has been used in this manner. But I do think the point that it's like, what was the outcome of the husband and wife getting murdered? I believe she was a Minnesota lawmaker that was murdered by someone who had a hit list about on who he wanted to fucking target. He dressed up to be a police officer. Like, no, it wasn't like some fucking, like, it was just a really, really dark moment. People came in. Of course, they mourned what happened. It wasn't used for some political gain or whatever. It was like, yo, we need to just fucking lower the temperature. But I think the point, like, Trump, like, blaming the radical left or whatever just to score political points, like, that's fucking dangerous. Both sides need to accept responsibility and stop. But I think that's where it also gets a little bit twisted too, you know? Because it's like, on the right, there's even in-group hatred. On topics like Epstein or Israel or the topic of war. Like, even on the right, there's not even agreement. And they're currently in power, and they're currently the loudest voice. Like, what is the left in America? It barely exists.
going away from like
Not going away from anything. I'm just saying.
The
I'm just saying
main
that.
topic of what just happened.
I'm saying that
there's no justification of of murder. It's not. There's no.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that if in a case where somebody kills somebody else, if somebody were to claim self-defense, it's important to know the fact of the matter, right? You wouldn't just say, oh, well, you should never kill anybody if somebody killed somebody in, we'll say, in the Rittenhouse circumstance or in some police shooting or whatever else, right? You kind of need to know the facts of the matter to have an opinion on.
In a scenario like that, yes, but
okay.
I don't think that we're even approaching that. But
so it's been already. We've watched this for 3 minutes and XQC already contradicted himself. Like, does he have any opinion? I don't know. We're going to see how far we're going to watch this.
Go ahead.
You don't think we're...
It's like, I really dislike Destiny for his takes on Palestine and his actions or whatever. I just want to listen in terms of what they're talking about the current circumstance for content of what's going on post the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
You don't think we're at a state right now in the United States of America where Donald Trump is making threats to states to send in the National Guard, where he's already forcibly deployed the National Guard in states and then the Marines to California, when has the feds running around arresting people in masks, when we have Alligator Alcatraz down in Florida, when we've invoked the Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelans with no due process, when we're showing videos of blowing up boats in the ocean and bragging about murdering 11 people who we think were drug dealers with no due process or any investigation at all, when we're talking about paying $10 million rewards to arrest foreign leaders in Venezuela, you don't think we're there yet? When we just named the Department of Defense the Department of War to show how epic it is, when we make jokes about invading Greenland or the Panama Canal, when we brag about successfully bombing places in Iran.
Bro, XQC is so out of his depth, no? He's so out of his depth. I think half of the things that Desigy listed, he didn't even know about them. Like, you could even start boiling down one of those things and realize that the direction is very, very fascist, you know? It's like, that's why, that's the weird part. It's like when people talk about the rhetoric being bad, it's like when actions that are fascist are being taking place, what are we doing? It's like, oh, you're just using fascist language, that's why. Are you just calling us fascists? It's like, bro, there's literally, there's like literal fascist things are going down. What else are we supposed to call it? It's like, nah, your hateful rhetoric, that's the problem. So I think your hateful actions are the problem.
So if I agree with you on everything like that, right?
Sure.
It doesn't take away from anything that I've said or how I've conducted myself around the topic of what just happened. I think they're two separate topics.
Fuck, I don't know what he
How
said.
infuriating it is when one side is saying this over and over and over again. We'll never back off a single point. We'll never
It's
apologize.
infuriating, but you have to be better. If you don't like what they're doing, you have to be better. Is what it is.
Okay.
Just be better.
If you and me both have a log that we're trying to set on fire, you're holding a match and I'm holding a match, would you just tell me to extinguish my match and the log won't catch fire? Does it work that way? You understand that doesn't do anything, right? Like it has to be both sides. It can't just be one side. If one side does it, then they just go extinct. That's not a winning strategy. There's nothing moral about that. If anything, it's immoral to do that, right?
But for me, it's more about the use of language and dialogue and all that.
Wait. Use of language and dialogue. Who is the most divisive political leader right now when it comes to language and dialogue?
Okay, so you want me to say that? You want me to say Donald Trump? I'll say Donald Trump.
Okay. How many times has
What do he want you to say? He wants you to think. He wants you to think and have an opinion.
Gold or you said Donald Trump needs to stop?
Well, I say this all the time.
Donald Trump needs to stop. Not everybody and the left. Not everybody and the radical left. Donald Trump needs to stop.
Yo. What we know it doesn't. That's not true at all. Bro, I'm always critical of everybody's dialogue.
Donald
even the people
Trump.
that you think.
If I went to during the Warsaw Ghetto Massacre, if I went in and I saw the Jews fighting the Nazis, I was like, okay, all of you guys need to chill. Wouldn't that be really retarded? Wouldn't it be really stupid of me to say that?
Please don't throw some like historical or political references or whatever that I'm supposed to know. Like,
if I
bro,
walked into a house and there was some guy was fighting against 10 other dudes who were all trying to stab him to death, and this one guy had like a knife and he was trying to fight back, and I walked in and was like, hey, I think both sides here need to stop.
Why did XQC agree to this? Like, is he that stupid that he doesn't understand what he does? Like, why would XQC agree to this? Because it's like, it's so obvious that his opinion is so uneducated and he just goes with wherever the wind blows. Whatever's popular, whatever's popular, whatever he can do for content, for views, there's nothing there. Nothing. But I would think that a person like XQC or Asmongold I would think that XQC and Asmongold are like aware of what they're doing, at least. So doesn't it make perfect sense to debate Destiny? But XQC has already proven to be out of his depth, to not have any real opinion. He's like, I don't really care about why things happened. And it's like, but how it happened, why it happened is important. He's like, yeah, I agree that it's important. It's like, what? There's no point in convincing MAGA that traitors cannot be trusted. I disagree with this take too. Bro, obviously there's people that are cult-like and they are far gone, right? But that's like extremists in any point, in any group. But understanding that to bring in the majority of the country in the fold and not create a divide and to give a chance for people to redeem their opinion, I don't think you should alienate people like this. You should never look to alienate people. Because I think it's just more of the other thing on the other side.
Wouldn't that be really dumb? If one side was constantly ratcheting it up over and over and over again, and one side was constantly throwing more and more oil onto the fire, like...
Yeah, but this point it kind of loses value, whatever, right? When it's about doing the act, though. That's the difference where it's at, right?
Why? How?
Well, I'm just saying, in this instance, somebody actually does that. They do that. Like they do the murder thing. That's no good.
Sure, but that's done, right? We want to stop future murders, right? So if we could only control one person's actions today to stop future murders, who's the one person that we would want?
Asman is educated on recent political matters. Yeah, but Asman Gold has proven that he just changes his opinions depending on what's popular. Like, that's really, it's provable. He's not the same person now that he was a couple of years ago. Like, he has shifted his opinions on so many different things. Just depending on where the wind blows.
To tell everybody to calm the f down the most.
Okay, so go mega hard on the people that do the acts, and you're very vocal about it, instead of stirring the pot of like, no, they should be speaking about this, they should be speaking about that, they shouldn't be going around the pot. How about you be really harsh about people that do the murders and do the
fuck
weird...
that. No, what a waste of time. No, we don't elect the president of the United States for every single person in the United States to act completely free and independent of what every other person says. There are thought leaders, there are political leaders, there are leaders of movements in this country. Why would we assume that every single individual person needs to be controlled and like, we would talk to the people that lead the country, wouldn't we? In that case, you don't care that Hassan says crazy shit. Or you shouldn't get mad at me for making an edgy joke. Then apparently nothing we say matters. We should.
How can you just don't care on such important thing and change as the wind blows?
Only react to murders. We can't prevent any of them. Why is it so hard for you?
Because it's like, if you're married to your viewership, you're not going to, of course. If you only care about your viewership, then that's what it is. You're going to do what is required in your mind to get the viewership. You're going to take the actions. You're going to try to be as agreeable and at the same time controversial as possible to find like a perfect mix, you know?
For you to just say, if Hillary Clinton or if Biden were president right now, would it be this hard for you to say, wow, Biden or Hillary really shouldn't say this shit and they should tell the left to calm the f down? Would you really have the same position?
Absolutely.
I don't believe you.
What? Bro,
the thing is, Mishenka, like, if someone, if someone like Trump is saying that the election is stolen and all that jazz and they are lying and all the systems are corrupt, that's him just abusing his power. And I think if there are certain people that are disenfranchised that believe that in that moment, like, I'm less inclined to blame the average person in America, right? Because demonizing them doesn't help. I think people that are intentionally using rhetoric that is evil, right? Evil in the sense that there will be a cost here that the other side needs to pay for me to gain political traction. Like, that needs to be pointed out. I don't think you should demonize MAGA because of like the current state of things. If you're gullible enough, ignorance is not an excuse. They're responsible for Trump and all actions following, during, and after his admin. Yeah, but you like, yeah, then just split the country in half. Let's split the country in half, and there's no United States of America. You have states of America, and they are different. Like, where do you want to go with this type of thinking? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. Alienating half the fucking population of a country because of the outcome of something makes no sense. Because this is the same type of thinking where people are angry at fucking people being upset with how the Democrats ran things. Because the Democrats ran things in a pathetic way. The main issue in America is that there's no fucking opposition to this tyranny. No opposition. They ran a campaign of blaming minorities for all the problems in the country, whether it's trans people or immigrants. And that's the platform. It's like, oh, look, we offer a solution. Obviously, that solution is complete fucking garbaggio and it's untrue. But from the position of the disenfranchised and the people that have very little, they're going to latch on to something like that. And that's it. It's just people that are fucking, they want... Jan 6 has tried to overthrow the government. They chanted, hang Mike Pence if you're there or support it. Bro, if you want to say, like, the Jan 6s, yeah, it's fucking crazy that they got fucking pardoned. And it doesn't even get talked about enough because these guys were... What they did is crazy. The fact that they got pardoned should be talked about a lot more. But you're saying the whole MAGA movement should be demonized for this. Doesn't make sense.
Bro,
I don't believe you because it's such an obvious that if you get, I don't care what you get called. I don't care what you get called. In any world, it would be so obvious to an impartial observer that Donald Trump, who has stoked the flames in real ways, like pardoning people that have committed crimes for him on his behalf, in implicit ways, like inviting people to do crimes, like when he invites people to the Capitol to overthrow the fucking government, and then in rhetorical ways, when he's constantly making jokes about putting Liz Cheney in front of a firing squad and Second Amendment jokes and everything else, right? This guy should probably calm the fuck down.
I agree with all that, and I think that's dangerous language, and I am always vocal about dangerous language and loaded.
I'm not talking about dangerous language. I'm talking about a person who's doing it. Nothing you say matters if you're not willing to call out the person doing it.
Okay, then I think I'm a pretty good actor on that front. I think people will mostly agree with that.
So I can find a single example of you saying Donald Trump really needs to fuck off with this. He needs to stop. Donald Trump, not everybody.
1,000,000%. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
The fuck is that? I have something on the case and then you can go find one. I mean...
I've never heard it before. Maybe it has happened somewhere. I've never heard you say it in my entire life. I've certainly never heard
1,000,000%.
say it. Okay. If that is
Donald Trump, you act like I'm not critical of this guy. Like I'm associated. Like most of what he says is a fucking brain dead. Most of the dialogues and lines of the song are like some sub-zero IQ shit.
No.
Most of it.
No, you're doing it right now, and you don't even realize you're doing it. It's not brain dead, and it's not sub-zero IQ. It's evil. It's driving people to violent action. It's encouraging violence. It's inviting violence. That's not just stupid. You're downplaying it right now.
I'm sorry. I had to retell the dialogue for this one particular argument. I use that as an example. I do that as a pattern of behavior. Don't retwist this as no, this is different. No. You ask me if I ever do this. I give you an example of how I do that. Don't revert back to the main topic and be like, oh, gotcha. What a stupid fucking thing you're doing right now. Like, what when your IQ? Did it fall off your fucking shoulders or what? Your brain's cooked. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're just backtracking for no reason.
Who's backtracking?
You backtracking for no reason.
I didn't backtrack. Why? Because you said that Trump was... And I'm trying to tell you, it's not that he's just stupid. It's that his language, his rhetoric is leading to violence, like in a very real and predictable and obvious way.
You can't change the timeline and say, name me a thing where you've done that, and now you're doing this. Like, you can't just swap the fucking timeline on me and be go, gotcha. Like...
No, I just...
Bro, what's happening? But does he even understand the point of what Destiny's saying? It's like... Destiny's point is he's providing cover for Donald Trump's actions as if they are not intentional. It's like, oh, they're unintentional. He's just stupid. It's like, no, they're pretty intentional.
I just said, do you call out Trump? And you said, well, yeah, I think I call him out all the time. I say he's retarded or sub-zero IQ. I was like, it's not that he's retarded. I'm not asking you to say he's stupid. I'm saying, you have to call out that his rhetoric leads to violence.
Yeah. I call it doing dangerous language and stupid lines of dialogue and deliberately irresponsible. And yes, I use those words all the time. It's not some crazy new thing for me. Like, what?
Okay. Do you acknowledge that, like, right now, the right is driving up right now like they're all praying for some kind of like left like counterattack. They want like the right to assassinate somebody, right? Including Donald Trump. Donald Trump is doing that.
I see all of them, and it's fucking weird.
Why weird? It's not weird. It's horrible. It's terrible. What do you say? Hassan is weird when he's fucking supporting terrorism? Like, why the weak language? It's not weird. It's horrible. It's abhorrent. It's irresponsible. It's insanity. It's calling for basically violence. I've seen like 20 different right-wingers on fucking Twitter today on their mainstream media and alternative media platforms all calling for violence.
Yeah. So I'm having a casual conversation with you and not using the exact word that is of that nature. You act like I'm doing this deliberately, and it's like, oh no, dude, I use the terminology correctly all the fucking time. And people show you examples. Buddy, it's actually inside out of everybody, right? That you think that I'm not like this. When I'm one of the most anti-violence person you probably know of.
Being anti-violence isn't a virtue. When one side is doing it more than the other, what you're saying is just empty and hollow. You're better off saying nothing. You're hurting more than helping. When you come into a situation where one side is being 90% of the violence and the other side is 10%, and you're like, I just want everybody to calm.
It's like the terrorist point. Like, I don't know exactly what Hassan Abi says or doesn't say, but terrorism is also such a word that has been so just. It's like if only one side can decide who is a terrorist and who's not a terrorist. It's like if we live in a world where Israel and the US government is not committing terrorism, it is you're also in a position where you are really, really twisted. It's like if a population has no means to fight back and they're using methods that are very like harmful at a close distance, then it's like, oh, it's like we are using drones and rockets and we can use our propaganda machine to justify anything, then we are not terrorists. But they are, you know? It's just a tool of double standard.
Down. You're not helping. You're hurting at that point. You're feeding into the delusion that the right wing wants everybody to believe that it's like either both sides. They don't even say both sides. They just say it's always the left.
I disagree. I disagree. If you make it a point, to always call out whatever the side it is, whatever and to always sound business about the topic. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to fucking to conduct yourself in that way without being a virtue cucklord. What about it? It's not some.
I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, bro. I don't know how long I will last in this video.
When you say that, you're just supporting the person who's winning. It's a status quo reinforcement, even if you don't realize it. If you go to Ukraine, Russia, and you're one of the people who's like, I just want the violence to stop. Who gets mad at that and who loves that? Russia loves that, and the Ukrainians get mad at that. What do you mean you just want the violence to stop? Fuck you, we've lost half our country. If you go to Israel, Palestine, you say, we just want the violence to stop. Who gets mad at that, right? The Palestinians say, we don't even do violence. That's all Israel. Fuck you guys. They're stealing our shit, right?
So how is your behavior a solution then? You're saying a lot of problems, not a solution.
The solution is your behavior a solution? I can tell you, the solution is.
I think being honest about what's going on is the first step. Like I don't understand this centrist angle. It's like, oh, everyone should just stop. Both sides are doing wrong. Like, how are being honest about what's going on?
The right has to disavow their end. It's so obvious that when you look at what's going on, Donald Trump should be able to come out and say, hey, everybody, all of us, we're all being fucking insane, and everybody needs to calm the fuck down. Without saying Joe Biden, without saying the radical leftist Democrats, without even knowing who the fuck the shooter is, Donald Trump should very easily be able to say, everybody needs to calm the fuck down right now. He can't do that. Not only do they not disavow what they do, he constantly forgives it, and the whole right constantly make excuses for it. They don't know anything that they do.
Okay. Agreed. And does that fix the problem?
No, but it's better for both sides to be violent than to just sit there and endure the violence, because that just leads to a total eradication of your side.
So do you make it a point for you? Let's say, because if you're going to hold people to a standard, you have to hold yourself to the same standard, right? Mm-hmm. Do you make to denounce people that use bad language, the fucking leftist radical?
Someone in the chat said the economy is cooked. I think the economy is cooked, but not for this. The entire stock market is the worst place to look for that data. Where the stock market is still going green, bro. Everyone's still paying their 401k and their pension, and you know, you have fake money being created in the marketplace all the time. It's like, oh, we invest this amount of money in your company, and then you're gonna use that money to buy into our company, and just because you invested more money into our company is going to become more valuable because of the new investments from this company, and then your stock is going to go up in price. Then you can sell it and reinvest it into your own company, and it's just the stock market is manipulated to go up, and then every now and then you have a correction to just flip people upside down and shake off their wealth, and then weak hands sell. If you want to look to the economy in being bad, you should look at housing, unemployment. These are better indicators, because that aspect is fucking cooked. That fucking aspect is cooked. Inflation rate. That one is hilarious, because they're celebrating all-time highs of the S&P 500, and then if you compare the same index funds to like the euro, or then you realize it's like, yo, we are not at all-time high. We are far from all-time high. You're all-time high in dollars, but the dollar value has gone down, you know?
Echo fucking dog shit call for violence. Do you make it a point for you to call these people out there when they do this shit? Is that what you said on them? Do you actually do that?
Generally, yeah. Less so now, though. Not when the Republicans are doing it. I think it's immoral to sit there and hand wring on the left. Now my statement is, I don't think anyone on the left should say shit about it until Donald Trump does.
So for everybody, it's no, they have to do it like that. But for you, it's now it's this, but now it's that. So how don't they get that?
I think the main thing that XQC doesn't seem to be getting into his brain is that the country right now, you have a Republican president. All bodies of government are Republican. This is a Republican-run country. Why is it that this is 9 months of Trump now? Who's in power? Who is in power? Is there no conversation about who's in power? It's only been 9 months. How about you give responsibility? You attribute responsibility to the bodies and the people that are in power and the people that are making decisions. It's crazy. I don't know how many times I've heard Trump say, it's like, yo, this was be easier if Biden didn't do what Biden did. Biden. I would have solved Russia, Ukraine in one day. One phone call is all it took. Oh, now I'm in office and Biden just ruined everything. This is Biden's economy. You have a problem now? It's because I'm trying to fix what Biden did. That's a problem. China. Xi Jinping, I like him. He's a friend. I was just one phone call. Tariffs. I put tariffs on it. I saw the balance sheet. It was imbalanced. I put tariffs, and then I took them back because I realized China actually has, they're actually cooking us on the export scale on the global market, and we had no choice because we rely heavily on Chinese manufacturing, and I had no idea China.
That shield and that grace or that charitability, right? What that you're giving yourself. Why don't they get to have that?
They've had that charitability for 5 years. What are you talking about? They've had the charitability for 3 election cycles, and they've done nothing with it. Even today, they will not call out their side ever. They deny it even happens. They think that Jan 6 was a Fedsurrection. The Minnesota lawmaker that just got killed, like a month ago or 2 months ago, they said that person was killed by a radical leftist. It wasn't. It was conservative. Both the guys that tried to kill Trump were probably conservative. At least one of them was.
Don't do this thing. Don't
See,
do
you're
that.
doing
Don't
it
do
right
this.
now. You're doing it right now. At least admit it. At least admit it. XQC, good. XQC, call it what you want. Call it what you want.
Identity politics? Bro, I don't know, bro. Identity politics, I can see it from afar away. Don't use this wizard trick on me, sub-waving your wand and using identity politics on me. Identity politics. Stop. Stop. Stop.
But if you're watching me or Hassan or you or Aiden, right? Yeah, do it, dude. That's great. I know it's epic for you. It's epic. It's epic. I hope that you repeat the video of one of us getting our fucking heads blown off, and you sit here and you say you do the same both side shit. It's such it's the most cucked fucking position in the world. You're such a fucking loser. Holy shit.
You're gonna say probably Republican, but you're gonna mad at somebody if somebody says, well, probably a trans shooter. What's the difference? You're making a pattern to do this
Lil
shit
bro,
language.
I know that you and Train like to victimize yourself all the time. Do you know what I'm perm banned for from Twitch on? Hold on. What do you think what do you think I'm perm banned from Twitch for? X, you're really gonna use this on me?
Attack my argument. Attack my
Oh shit, he's perma banned. Can I even watch this? Am I gonna get banned? Hey yo, am I gonna get banned? I just realized. Am I allowed to watch this?
argument.
Your argument is that I wouldn't call out trans people for being crazy? Remind me what I'm permabanned from Twitch from again.
No. I said that is not what I said. I said you're doing this probably a guy of this side, whatever, right?
We're having, by the way, that's what I call it at the beginning of the conversation. You don't want to address the facts.
Fucking rhetoric. If people were saying, yo, probably a trans shooter, but like they always do.
Bro, but he just chooses one thing where there's less certainty and decides to latch on to that, bro.
Like,
I'm not aware of. I'm not aware. It's not a shield and a pass. I'm not aware of there being like radical trans violent groups of people. If there were, I'd probably tell them to not do that. I'm not aware of this huge movement of like trans radicalist violent people. I'm sorry, do these people exist somewhere and I've missed them? I feel like I fought with every fucking trans group on the fucking internet. Am I just missing these people?
Did you misunderstand what I said? What I said is people use these rhetorics all the time, but for you it's okay to say, oh, probably a Republican. I think there's a pattern of behavior. It is a shit to do that. Wanna know why? Because you would probably get mad, respectfully so, right? If people said, oh, probably another trans shooter, right? You would call them out if they said shit like that, right?
No.
But
X.
Oh, okay.
X, it's cause and effect. People are not randomly doing acts of violence against the left for random reasons. The guy that showed up at the Pelosi household said that he got radicalized first watching Gamergate videos and then started rattling off a bunch of right-wing QAnon conspiracy theories.
I remember this guy, bro, they were making memes about this fucking dude that showed up with a hammer. They made memes. They were celebrating that this happened. It's crazy how the projection, bro. The projection is crazy.
The people that showed up at Jan 6 were there because Donald Trump called them to be there to protest the outcome of the election because he said it was fucking rigged. The guy that just got convicted today said that he thought that he needed to make an assassination plot to shoot up 4 Democratic lawmakers because he lost his election in New Mexico. He said it's because he thought the election was rigged. These are all Republican talking points. It's not random. You're acting like any random shooter is just a random guy that does random things for random reasons. It's not the case. It's very predictable where a lot of it is coming from. The guy that mailed out pipe bombs to 12 different Democratic people, George Soros, the Clintons, the Obamas, in 2018, was a QAnon or Donald Trump fan.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you're making it a side thing. So you're saying that this is not a thing that the left constantly prays and preaches this like, oh, this act of violence, but it gives me a W. Fuck it, we're gonna catch a W.
Honestly, bro, can someone translate what he just said? What did he say, bro? What the hell did he just say, bro? Bro, I need a translator. I need XQC translator, bro. What did he just say?
It's not random. You're acting like any random shooter is just a random guy that does random things for random reasons. It's not the case. It's very predictable where a lot of it is coming from. The guy that mailed out pipe bombs to 12 different Democratic people, George Soros, the Clintons, the Obamas, in 2018, was a QAnon or Donald Trump fan.
You know, the funniest thing about Like, people are gonna complain. Like, people complain about Hassan. People complain about Destiny. Obviously, I think Destiny is a fucking horrible human being. I don't see, there is no relevancy to what they're discussing now to it. That's why I'm watching this, right? But it's also funny where people have an issue with the details that make some of the streamers entertaining, you know, and popular. Like, people getting worked up and angry and screaming at random shit. Like, people watch that shit. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Might seem strange, but that's just how it is.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you're making it.
All right, let's listen to XQC what he said again the second time. Let's see if we understand it.
So you're making it a side thing. So you're saying that this is not a thing that the left constantly prays and preaches this like, oh, this act of violence, but it gives me a W. Fuck it, we're gonna catch a W. Fucking.
I'm still so fucking lost. What has Destiny said that makes him so terrible? Yeah, nothing. In this conversation, I don't think anything stands out. I really don't understand what XQC is saying. I'm sorry, guys. I listened to it twice.
Luigi fucking is my hero type shit. You don't think this is a narrative that's constantly being portrayed all the time, and that's fine?
I don't think the Luigi stuff was good. But there aren't lawmakers on the left. You think that the left is Hassan Piker, who's an actual terrorist fuck. No Democratic lawmakers are celebrating this. You're comparing the...
This is very rich. You know, Destiny has made his trips to Israel. Well, there's literally a video of fucking Destiny meeting up with Israeli soldiers and said, if you want to do fucked up shit, don't film yourself. It literally said that shit.
Republican Congress and the Republican president to 11 follower accounts on Twitter called "Give Me My Hormone 6969."
Nope. In this particular case, in this particular type of problem, inaction is just as bad as action. It is just as, because you're cashing in the W when it's your side gets a kill count plus 1 kill, but it's your side that got that. Oh, I don't know what that is.
Cashing in a W. What? What does that even mean? Cashing in a W. What the fuck? Cashing in a W. Look, it's like the main thing is always, it's like, you know, on Twitter and on the internet, you get the most unfiltered version of what people think, right? For people, like, to add nuance, right? Because always come back to the Charlie Kirk thing. It's like, Charlie Kirk was very divisive. People are for some reason not allowed to say that. He was very misogynistic in his language, right? Very misogynistic in his language, very xenophobic, racist towards Arabic people, racist towards like black people in America as well. Many times hinting at the fact that the Civil Rights Act was a negative. Like there's so many things to point to in terms of how divisive he was, right? But of course, the murder of Charlie Kirk on a university, right? Like for him to get shot in broad daylight, that's an assault on everyone in the country. That is an assault on everyone in the country. Because obviously, if that's something that you get up for, there's no reason why it shouldn't fucking happen to you. And if you can't look at it through that lens, that when the political landscape changes and you might be on the outskirts, or you might be the main, your opinion might be the mainstream one, right? And you get shot in the neck. It's like that's the world that you are creating in your mind, because you are lacking the idea of empathy, right? But from the standpoint of people so-called celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, that's just an unfiltered fucking version of commentary on what occurred. And to take that to fucking run away and say that all leftists needs to be fucking found out and they need to be doxxed and whatever the fuck. Like, it's twisted. It's completely fucked. From the side that has always said facts don't care about your feelings and the words shouldn't be policed and whatever the fuck. It's crazy that it comes from this side. You know? Because it has nothing to do with gun control. I think it has things to do with gun control. I think there is definitely a correlation between the access to guns and the amount of gun violence. I think that we have a lot of examples in the world. I think there's things to be done around gun control. I think there's things to be done outside of gun control too, in terms of how, you know, volatile and how divisive the country is, from even the rhetoric of course, the president. There's a lot of things. It's not a simple solution. It's like, oh, if there's no guns, there's no violence. Obviously, there could be violence too, and people could still find access to guns or whatever. It is in black and white.
It's probably a misfire. The bullet landed on his head. Oh, guys, it's probably an accident.
You know what?
Some people maybe
Sanity,
celebrating it and misfired his gun. Oh my God! Moving on.
Okay, sanity check.
like,
Sanity check. How many? Hold on. How many people did Donald Trump pardon for the J6 thing? It was all of them, right? How many people did Biden pardon for the BLM riots?
Brother, you're doing this presidency cocklordery because Donald Trump.
President cocklordery. What? I think the whole Jan 6 fucking everybody getting pardoned when people fucking violently assaulted police officers, people fucking died on this day, like they all got fucking pardoned. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Politics, because real life isn't just a Twitter account.
Now he's speaking Destiny's language. Ain't no way.
Always reverting back to what Donald Trump is doing.
Oh my God.
Because he's the president. Like, I think it's a completely natural thing to do. Like, if you don't want to admit, I don't know why XQC in this conversation is acting as if the president that is currently sitting has no power. Like, why is that real? It's like, even you could go so far to say that Trump has more power than any other president. Because the things that are supposed to be in place to keep everything in balance are not even being utilized to stop some of the actions that he's taking, like bombing Iran.
It's one elderly fucking, like...
You're so cucked. It's actually so cucked. Is it a requirement?
He's cucked. I've never heard a debate where the word cucked is used so often.
Bro, what is the visa you're on? Is it the fucking sperm swallow visa that you have to suck off at least 10 conservatives in order to be down here in the United States? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I hold the president of the United States the president of the United States is more important with what he says than random fucking Twitter accounts. How is that really hard to understand?
I don't get how XQC can't get this.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. So, if you were to put a placeholder, let's say you fuck it. Kamala is in the president. She won. Makes it different. And she calls out the violence all the time. This shit suddenly stops and what the growing culture.
Yes, it would probably lower a lot. Yes.
Like to say that it has no impact is crazy, bro. Trump is legit like the most powerful president in history, bro. Bro. Isn't the House Republican? Isn't the Senate Republican? Like, there is all the checks and balances in place. Like, the left has never been so cucked. They're just going along with everything and going slowly more to the right, you know? Like, what is it?
Why do you think that all of the massive protests did you know that, here's a fun stat, 7 of the largest protests in U.S. history, 7 out of the last 10 of them happened under Donald Trump's presidencies. Do you think it's random? Do you think that just happened to be by chance? This is a guy saying he could stop the invasion of Ukraine and he can't stop mass protests and riots in the United States? Tell me that's random before you say the next dumb thing. Just say at least, no, that was probably all random. That was just random. There was nothing Trump could have done about that.
What was random?
The fact that all the violent rioting, all of the fucking shit that's happening in our country, that so much of it is happening under Donald Trump. Do you think that's random? Do you think that Trump and Biden were just as inflammatory?
I want to pull up something. What was Trump approval rating end of 2020? But the crazy thing is, I remember that his approval rating was complete fucking ass after his first term. Like, complete ass. Job approval ratings. What does it mean, job approval? Trump presidential approval rating. Look at that, bro. 2016, 39%, 37, 35. Bro. It was ass. Holy. Wait, what is this jump here? What is this jump? What the fuck? This data looks so fucking strange. What the fuck is that? What is that jump? The camera's in the way, oh shit. In the final presidential job approval ratings. Donald Trump, 34%. Disapprove, no opinion. 2021, 34%.
As each other?
Wait, I'm so confused. What is it? Is it statistically more violent things happening under Trump? What's
I'm
happening?
saying that of the last 10 huge protests, largest protests in U.S. history, 7 of them happened under Trump's presidency over the last 3 terms.
How far back does that statistic go? I wonder. Did people protest? How would a protest before 1900s?
And we're only 1 year into this one. Not even.
I think using a data sample of that size is genuinely irresponsible. I think it's irresponsible.
Okay, how would you measure it? How do you want to measure it? Politicians killed? Plots thwarted? Attempted political assassinations? Which one do you want to use? Tell me which one you want to use.
So what
I'll
you're
run them
saying?
Down. What I'm
So
saying
what you're saying is that
Sorry, go ahead, Mike,
the right is speaking words I don't like and having narratives I don't like, but the left is the one carrying out actions of terrorism. So the right is wrong. But if they just spoke better, it would all stop. Brother.
No, how is XQC making these fucking jumps? Bro, he's making these fucking jumps. Where is he going? How can he not comprehend? If Trump was a better president, things would be better. Is that such a foreign concept? Is that really such a foreign concept?
It's like you moved to California again and you're eating the utopia pill. Like you have it all the way up your asshole. It's so stupid. It's brain dead. It's uneducated, and it's because you're portraying these narratives like it's the truth. It's insane. You've lost your mind.
So nothing any of our leadership.
So XQC's positioning is things will still occur even at a smaller level. As long as it still occurs, it's pointless to do any action. Nice. That's his opinion. All right. He's saying it's doomed.
Says none of that matters. It doesn't influence any behavior whatsoever. You don't think? It doesn't play into it at all. Despite the fact that all the people that commit these crimes say they did it because of QAnon, because of Donald Trump, because of the election fraud, because of the guy that just shut up the CDC, because of the COVID vax lies. That none of that matters. Even though the people committing the crimes are telling you why they're doing it, they're actually all wrong. But XQC, you're right. It's just random.
Can I mess with you? I feel like it's how would you say result based. It's very result based thinking.
So then why are you telling anybody to?
It's random, guys. It's random that people are angrier and unhappier under Trump on both sides. It's coincidence.
To not say anything at all. Why did the guy?
It's just, guys, Trump is so fucking unlucky that all of these things, all of the things that are happening happened in the past 9 months. He's so fucking unlucky, man. He's so fucking unlucky, bro. He's just unlucky, man.
Why did Charlie Kirk just get killed then? Let's assume it was a left-wing shooter. That was just a random act of violence then? Why say anything at all? Why bother telling people to adjust their rhetoric at all if none of it actually matters?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Like, if Hassan should be able to say whatever he wants, I should be able to make whatever jokes on. Why should any of it matter online then? If what the president of the United States says doesn't influence people's actions, then why should anybody give a fuck about the violent rhetoric they use anywhere?
Well, I'm trying to unpack that real quick.
Bro, XQC is not even following what the fuck he says. He's not even following his own fucking thought process. Because now he's giving the example of the other side. So if what Trump says doesn't matter, then what anybody says shouldn't matter. And the reason for why the murder took place of Charlie Kirk shouldn't matter either, so nobody should talk about it. How can he not get that?
Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. That has validity. I absolutely agree that all these things should absolutely change. I was always on your camp on that it's all incredibly dangerous. All of it is absolute dog shit. But you have to make an effort to denounce and condemn the one that actually fires the gun. That is the problem.
That's not the problem, though. You think it's a problem, but it's not. Every large media outlet and lawmaker on the left has unequivocally called it out as bad.
Yeah.
Oh
Every person on the right is calling for fucking war and vengeance.
Oh my, okay. See, that's the utopia pill. I feel like you have. This is like.
What's the utopia pill? What's the utopia pill? What do you mean by that?
It's the leftist dumb fuck colored glasses.
What? What does he do? I don't know. Identity politics. Identity politics. I don't know, bro. Bro, how is this related to leftist thinking at all? It's like all the left politician, you know, all the Democratic politician, you know, they were saying we condemn the killing, feel bad for his family, you know, all that jazz. We condemn the shooting, condemn the feeling that this, bro. That's what happened. Bro, people got fucking fired, bro. People got fired, bro, from fucking news outlets for saying that Charlie Kirk was divisive, brother. Divisive. For speaking facts, bro, because he was divisive. And that's fine. That doesn't justify the killing, and anyone who think it does is fucking crazy. Bro, we're 24 minutes in. Oh, it feels like we've been here for hours.
The left is calling this out. No, they have not. Bro, the way that they portray these things that happen.
Click this and show your stream. Click this and show your stream, and then you can find counterexamples. I got nothing else to do today. Go ahead. Click this, show your stream, and let's just walk through both pictures. And then you can do all the counterexamples you want, okay?
Yeah, I'm looking at your picture. What about it?
Left. Click the left one. On the top left, we've got former President Barack Obama.
Okay, let's see it. Barack Obama, Bernie, Brian Tyler Cohen, Zoran Momdani, David Pacman, Crystal Ball. She's the GOAT, by the way. Crystal Ball is my GOAT. I swear Crystal Ball's my GOAT, guys. She's my GOAT. Now that's my GOAT right there. Crystal Ball. Deepak is getting money from places. Paid Deepak. Paid Deepak, man, paid.
Obama. We've got former President Joe Biden. We've got huge international mainstream media figure Mehdi Hassan. Bottom left, alternative left-wing media figure Cenk Uygur. We've got hopeful presidential candidate, current Senator Bernie Sanders. We've got Mamdani from New York City. We've got California Governor Gavin Newsom.
I swear Crystal Ball is the GOAT. I swear Crystal Ball is the GOAT. She is so fucking good. I think Crystal Ball is so fucking good. Crystal, she is so fucking good. I swear. I have never seen her miss. Never seen her miss. She's actually the GOAT. Straight up. Smokes everybody.
We've got David Hogg, who's
I like
the
Kyle
DNC chair.
Kaczynski as well.
We've got a representative, Pramila Jayapal, I can't pronounce her name. Huge center-left media figure, Brian Tyler Cohen. Center-left media figure, David Pacman, some of the largest people on the left wing on YouTube. We've got Crystal Ball. We've got Brian Krasenstein, huge fucking, Twitter lord, Hutch, fellow Twitch streamer for you, okay? Go to the next fucking picture. What do we have from these people? These are some of the...
This we already read through on stream once. This is war. The left is the party of murder. Elon Musk. The left is a party of murder. Funny thing is, like, sometimes I watch like these subreddits like anarcho-capitalists, right? And somehow these subreddits have been co-opted by right-wingers because they believe that the right wing is against government oversight, right? But they are just as, you know, just as, you know, they are insanely, bro, they send fucking militaries out to fucking streets, bro. What are we doing, bro? If you think the right is making government smaller, you're fucking delusional.
The biggest right-wing accounts, you think that this is comparable? You think that both sides are doing the same thing? I can send you videos of people on the Daily Wire. If you want, we can go through Matt Walsh.
Fucking Laura Loomer.
Just response where he says the time for playing nice is over. We can go through Ben Shapiro's response.
What you did,
yeah.
What you did unironically, you sat there at your computer and you linked me this shit that compares Barack Obama to the libs of TikTok. I have had enough.
But why, bro? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my, how is this video 1 hour? Hey, how is the video 1 hour?
Your stupid dog
Who is
shit.
the video? Who is who is the guy?
I can't do it.
Who is the guy? Who is the guy in the top middle? Who is the Ron? Who is that guy? What's that video of? Who is that? Did he walk away? We can wait. Oh, I can just play this for his chat next, actually. Hold on. How do I route this into my microphone?
24 hours.
This is retweeted from the Daily Wire account, which is the largest right-wing alternative media outlet in the United States. And
I don't think the Daily Wire is that big anymore, no? The Daily Wire is cooked. Isn't Asmongold bigger than the Daily Wire? I swear they are, by the way. Hasn't Daily Wire, like, fallen off a fucking cliff, bro? Bro, the Daily Wire is cooked, no?
it is a statement, part of a statement from Matt Walsh, who's one of the largest right-wing alternative media figures in the United States.
For hours, I've seen some in the media, some of the very same people who intentionally stoked murder. Over the past 24 hours, I've seen some in the media, some of the very same people who intentionally stoked murderous hatred against people like Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk specifically, now saying that we need to turn down the temperature and start having...
I don't understand these people. Like, I don't know. They have gone so far into their right-wing grifting during periods where it was unpopular that they are somehow stuck in that fucking position now when every single aspect of mainstream media, of the big fucking podcasts, of government, everything is right-wing. Everything. Everything. Joe Rogan is fucking out there spreading conspiracies and being right-wing and being pro-Trump. That's the biggest fucking mainstream media source ever. And then it's like the so-called left media is just going more to the center and to the right because they're too afraid of saying fucking anything. Because they, like everybody else, are grifters. Are you gonna turn right-wing? No. I'll just become a plumber or something if I can't do shit online. Who cares? Life isn't that bad in person.
having conversations. Well, Charlie tried to have conversations with you on the left, and you killed him for it.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're killing
Sorry, I
us
had to go defund some money.
in our churches. You tried to kill our president. You killed one of our greatest advocates in Charlie Kirk. You have been openly cheering
Well, what
for
is he
and
doing?
celebrating and encouraging.
Oh,
and
we're just
committing.
listening. We're listening to the statement that was made by the largest alternative media right-wing platform right now on the internet. Hold on, it's like 30 more seconds. 1 sec.
Political
Wait.
violence for years. Antifa,
Is it end
BLM.
wokeness?
What?
Is it end wokeness? Or is it libs of TikTok?
It's Matt
Which one is
Walsh
it?
from the Daily Wire.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well-funded, highly orchestrated, widespread movements based in and fueled by violence. You made a hero out of Luigi Mangione. And you celebrate Charlie's death even now.
Bro, there were people on the right wing. Bro, that was like, bro, the lower class. The lower class, even right-wing people were like, you know what? We are fucking screwed on healthcare too. Bro, that was not like, but that was the first time the fucking country united, bro. And that fucking made a lot of people fucking uncomfortable. Once again, it's like you're in a situation. Well, obviously, it's like you got fucking gunned down in the streets, fucking, like it's fucking mental. But if protesting doesn't work, voting doesn't work, and people are dying, and people are fucking, you know, getting fucked over, and people in the healthcare system are getting murdered, isn't that fucking violent? Isn't that violent in itself? Sometimes I see people fucking responding to something. Don't forget, guys, Kirk was pro-Israel. Kirk was just doing everything he could for access, no? Didn't he change his opinions often, depending on access? Like even how he... It's like, even how he... you know, switch tune on the whole Epstein saga. Like, it's all about access, you know? Because he just wanted to grow Turning Point USA. So he got money from sources that demanded certain things. It's just lobbying, you know?
It's too late to turn the temperature down. This is not a time to hold hands. It's a time for justice. This is a time for good to fight back against evil. It is time for the righteous to prevail. For the sake of our country and for our families and our children and for Charlie.
What do you think he means when he says that? The time for talking is over.
What it means is I'm going to use this opportunity when the temperature is hot to get what I actually want and all this, and to fight back and get retaliation and revenge, and I'm a pussy, and I disagree with that. I disagree. That's what all I hear is this bullshit.
You're disagreeing with that's the largest right-wing alternative media outlet.
I don't know if Daily Wire is the largest. I'm gonna get water. I'm busy.
Well, I don't give a fuck what he says. I don't give a fuck what anybody on the right or the left says. I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
claim to be.
But I'm saying
I think everybody's deliberately stupid. Everybody's deliberately.
Everybody. Oh, find me a left-wing account doing this. Oh, that is like a reputable figure on the left, like a large left-wing media account, like a media person, not just like random Twitter people.
So the reason why I said earlier, you're wearing these
And he uses cuck as an insult when he is a cuck. I don't know, he's a clown.
topic class, whatever, and you're always having these.
I think calling someone a cuck in this context is different from actually being a cuck. Like, If he's calling XQC a cuck, I don't think it means that he's watching his girlfriend get pounded. Like, you're taking it too literal.
Labels for others, but not.
But yeah, I like Destiny's. I think Destiny's a horrible person. But in this context, we're watching a conversation about the aftermath in America on Charlie Kirk. And at least from what I've seen, when it comes to internal politics within America, Destiny seems to be, in the loop.
It's this. Give me a.
I'm not saying I agree or disagree.
Big account.
But also, I'm watching this for content. I'm going to be honest. I'm watching this for content. That's it.
Left. State representative. Official. Massive, huge, and famous. But you, right? When you make an argument, it's libs of TikTok and wokeness. Dumb fuck. Christopher Ruffo. What is some random Twitter cuck. How come?
Hold on.
Why
First
the
of all,
standards so high?
first of all,
for the left, look for the right. It's whatever.
Bro, fucking Elon Musk is right there. Laura Loomer is right there. Fucking Donald Trump is in a video right there. Libs of TikTok is a fucking massive account on Twitter. Is it fucking irrelevant? No, it's not irrelevant.
We'll use whatever we find on Twitter.
Number one. First of all, number one. Okay, I didn't make this compilation. I was more leaning on the first image than the second image. But number two, even at that second image you have, that guy in the top right there, Elon Musk, is the owner of the platform and the richest man in the world, and was in the fucking White House. I noticed you didn't read his name. That bottom right person, Laura Loomer, people don't know if it's lip injections or the fact that she's had her mouth on Trump's cock for so long that makes those lips so fucking big, but this bitch is in the White House every other fucking month giving guidance to the President of the United States, and she's currently on a doxing spree right now on Twitter for people that she is accusing of supporting violence. I can give you more. We just listened to Matt Walsh from the day.
I think this one is so fucking funny too. Charlie Kirk being assassinated is the American Reichstag fire. But it doesn't realize what the Reichstag fire is, or that it was a false flag and that it was used to stoke hatred against minorities. Like, it is time for complete crackdown on the left. It's like, what the? Bro, you need to read history, man. Well, a lot of these right-wing guys are fucking World War II denialists too, so it's on
is accusing of supporting violence. I can give you more. We just listened to Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire. I can read you out tweets from fucking Stephen Miller, who is the fucking deputy chief of staff in the White House office, who's literally fucking Hitler 2.0. Our hearts are shattered. America's lost one of its greatest champions. All of us now must dedicate ourselves to defeating the evil that stole Charlie from this world. What do you think he means by that? There's a much longer tweet from his figure if you want. I've got a tweet from Nancy Mace, not a tweet, a video of her, who's a sitting congressperson. If you want, we can listen to what she says. I can play you that one next if you want. You can soy the fuck.
XQC is like thinking about what defensive jiu-jitsu he can do here. He already pulled the identity politics. He already said the leftist thing. He contradicted himself 42 times already in this video so far. Let's see where he goes next.
Out over the fact that this guy included a lot of some of the largest Twitter accounts that are constantly interacted with by large right-wing figures, but we can find lawmakers and yeah, go ahead, repeat the same retarded shit you just said in the face of everything I just told you. Go ahead, say it again. Pretend that I just gave you random Twitter accounts when I just rattled off 5 massive. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I agreed that everybody that's doing this shit.
Not everybody. Oh, there it is. Everybody. True.
Okay. I forgot with you.
Can you admit there were some Jews? There were some Jews in the Holocaust that probably deserved it, right? I'll admit that. There probably were some piece of shit. There were probably some Jews. Say it. Just say it. Let me hear it. There were probably some Jews in the Holocaust that should have been fucking murdered. Okay, there were probably some. Statistically speaking, there has to have been. There has to have been at least like 5 or 10. Come on.
Looking at the screen.
But I know at least a couple Jews.
I'm looking at the screen with right-wing Andy. When I say everybody, and I'm looking at the screen, what I meant. Sorry, I need to use my words carefully with you today because today, Jan, you're very fragile. The right-wing Andes, the big political figures on the right, are deliberately using dangerous language in a retaliatory manner to get payback for the act against one of their own.
This guy doesn't realize these Andes are in positions of power currently in the country, and they have a lot of influence in the country. They are right-wing Andes.
It's absolutely abysmal. It's awful. It's satanic. Boom. That's it.
Cool.
End story.
Okay.
I agree 100%.
Cool. Oh, that's good.
All these people are wrong. They're so wrong. It's disgusting.
Sure, that's fine.
Fuck all of them.
Every single event in the past decade has looked like this, with every single person on the left
Okay.
constantly saying, this isn't good, no violence, we can't do this. And every single person on the right saying, actually, that wasn't even us. We didn't do that. That was a Fedsurrection. That was Fauci and the COVID vaccine. That guy was crazy, and we disavowed him. We don't even know that. And there's Paul Pelosi's gay lover, and we don't know who mailed those pipe bombs. And the guy who shot him was maybe a secret liberal.
Okay.
So when it's one side doing it over and over and over again, and you come in and you say both sides need to calm down, and then the left says both sides need to calm down, and the right says we're going to war, baby.
Not my argument. My argument is that people have gamified their language. People have gamified their influence, and they're finding ways at which it is effective so their shit actually happens the way they want it to happen. And the reality is that this is what the right does, and I agree. What the left does, I think, is also satanic and abysmal, is the downplaying of violence, the ignoring acts of violence, downplaying arson and firebombing as protests is fucking looting and blowing cars up as being a legal demonstration. That's also the problem. They're both.
It's not.
It's awful. But you don't declare that.
No.
I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna say it. Destruction of property, you know, it's like destruction of property. I don't think it's at the same level of what's going on the right. I just don't think it's on the same level, you know. It's a fucking non-argument, and I get it. During these protests, during the BLM protests, there were deaths there too. I get that, you know. There are bad actors. Right? There are bad actors in anything that happens, but it's like, but I don't think you should use that to detract. Like, why does like you're in your mind a protest is only valid if it's done perfectly? I'm not hungry, but I will eat. It looks delicious. Thank you. Neither of these should have a microphone. Why? Everyone can have a microphone and talk. I believe in freedom of speech. But we are also allowed to talk about them. That's what it is. It's like in the end, you know, you have a situation where whoever is in power, like in this case, the right wing, is trying to have a monopoly on violence by justifying it in any way possible. It's like the demonstrations in Nepal. It's like, oh, look at what the bad things. I don't know exactly what's happening in Nepal, so I want to speak carefully on this. But it's like when destruction of building happens, when there's an uprising because corruption is taking place. Well, I think you should focus on the corruption. Don't you think? Don't you just focus on the corruption that people are rising up against? When people are protesting, that's basically them expressing themselves because you're supposed to be a democracy. Protesting is a big part of that. And then you're going to have people that take advantage of the chaos. And then that's it. Because like the anti-ICE protests, it's like in terms of how it was organized and how it was done, like, yeah, there's going to be bad actors in protests. There were some way more cars that got burnt up. But it's like, is that supposed to be like, oh, well, one bad thing happened, no more protesting? Well, that's the argument of a fascist government. That's how they frame it. You could even go so, because just imagine the premise that you set up. Imagine the premise that you set up. You even, sometimes in these protests as well, you have like these false flag actors too. They're just trying to stir up shit and try to cause riots. That also happens. Imagine how easy it is to fucking make a protest unviable. Imagine. It doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. Because, like, how long were the BLM protests? How long and how large were they? They lasted for several months, well into August and into early autumn. These protests involved a massive number of participants, with some estimates suggesting 15 to 26 million people participated in sustained protests across the United States, making it the largest protest movement in American history. Protests also occurred internationally in over 60 countries. And if I remember correctly, 19 deaths occurred. And the 19 deaths are fucking horrible. It's not downplaying that. It's just that there's going to be opportunists. There's going to be opportunists. There's going to be people that are going to take advantage. There's going to be people that are unhinged. That's going to happen. Like, look at the sizes we're dealing with here, man. 15 to 26 million people participated. Those are the sizes that we're fucking managing and dealing with. Okay, this was a meme from before. Fucking Fartcoin. Trying to find the window. Where's the window?
Difference,
Oh,
X.
I'm gonna make a joke on Twitter to get some likes about this.
I already asked you the difference, X. The difference is that for Biden to get elected, Biden had to say that the rioting that happened over the BLM riots was bad, and he said that. And when Biden came into office, you know what he didn't do? He didn't pardon every single BLM rioter. When Trump came into office, he pardoned every single Jan 6er, even the people who were convicted of seditious treason. Do you see the? Do you understand the difference there?
So what you're saying is that one villain stands on business and the other one doesn't, and that's somehow a way to make one better than the other. It's both awful.
No, one side is inviting violence and the other side is trying to tone it down. And it's constantly that dynamic. It is always Trump stoking the flames. It is always Trump telling people to be more violent. It is always Trump denying that anything even happened. Oh, there were good people on both sides. Oh, I don't know anything about...
Hold on. I'll make a good argument. I want you to try to break this down and give him an argument the validity that it deserves, okay?
XQC is just the peak fence sitter, bro. Peak fence sitter. Peak fence sitter.
This, I've always said this. I don't know it very often, but I think about it a lot. This is like exactly how a Counter-Strike lobby is when there's a cheater. It is the exact same thing. If you are playing in a game and you're queuing with a cheater, right? And everybody else is cheating, right? And you don't denounce it, you don't say, oh, fuck this guy, you don't report him, you don't kick him, you don't ban him, you just, guys, oh, he's on my side, he's killing everybody, and I'm winning the game. I don't even know. Maybe he's cheating, I don't know. I just like playing with him, haha. And you know, over and over again, you are constantly green lighting the act, and you're reinforcing the thought that this is okay to do. And we'll do that.
There are not large figures.
Bro, he's talking, bro, because earlier he said, bro, he was talking earlier about a W. Bro, in what fucking planet is the so-called left gaining anything from this assassination of Charlie Kirk? He's like, the W. Who's gaining anything? This will make things so much worse. Who's winning here?
On the left,
does that all the time.
X, give me an example. Who on the left? Who on the left is greenlighting this behavior? There are not large figures on the left doing this. It's crazy people on Twitter and
denounce act of violence.
Who does?
Bro.
But what I'm telling you is, if you look at the leadership on the left, if you look at the media, if you look at the lawmakers, if you look at the presidents, the left doesn't do this. The right does.
Oh. You again?
Give me one example.
Completely.
Just one example. One
it
example.
It is the
One
example. Like what? Gavin Newsom, whoever the fuck mayor of whatever city. Bro, it's like, oh, this event isn't some.
Gavin. What? Let's see. Let's see what he said after what happened. Let's see what he said. The attack on Charlie Kirk is disgusting, violent, reprehensible. In the United States of America, we must reject political violence in every form. Gavin Newsom. He's just scoring a W. He's just saying something everybody should say, no? Look at the fucking response. Oh my lord. You breed this kind. Democrats are domestic terrorists. This is where we are at. Nah, Democrats are cucks. That's all. But Twitter is not real. I swear Twitter is not real. There's no way Twitter is real. Like, with how Elon Musk is, think about how Elon Musk is portraying his views openly. Just think about that. And he owns Twitter. There's no way there's not mechanisms in place that are just really, really pushing his viewpoints. There's no way. There's no way. No way. Bro, he has fixed Grok so many times when it said things that he disagrees with or goes against his fucking bullshit, you know?
Let me guess. Oh, this is a good one. Let me guess. It's not some arson or acts of violence. This is people demonstrating their right to freedom and
Gavin Newsom, absolutely. You're such a ghoulish fuck. Gavin Newsom absolutely never said that. Find me the fucking tweet where he said that he encouraged violence in LA. Gavin told the feds to fuck off because they had it handled. And he told people that he wouldn't accept violent rioting, and they arrested motherfuckers that were violent rioting. Where are you talking about?
Bro, weren't the ICE protests really well made, well done? Was there some of the cleanest protesting ever in terms of how they organized and how it was managed? Bro, it's like internally, if you're protesting, bro, when you see people trying to fucking pull shit, you know, that will make your fucking movement look bad, bro, they're fucking on you, bro. They're on you. They're on you.
About the shit that just happened in the last few months when the president of the United States deployed the National Guard illegally, by the way, against the will of the sitting governor, by the way, with 600 additional Marine reinforcements, by the way, when California themselves and LA said they had it handled. You're taking a situation where the president was unhinged, was out of pocket, was against the law, and was acting as a fucking dictator, and you're spinning this as though Gavin Newsom did something wrong? Do you understand how absolutely fucking brain broken you are, right? Like even worse than the normal Quebecois who happens to be in the US, like sitting here. Do you understand how I need you to admit, no, you're not standing on business. It's the most fucking retarded shit I've ever heard you.
He's standing on business. I don't know. XQC is not a real person, though. It's so. Yo. It's so unreal.
It's so fucking retarded. Find me the tweet. Find me where Gavin was saying it was okay for the rioting to happen. I'll wait. I got nothing to do. Go. Do it. Or someone in your chat can find it. I want to see it.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even speaking about that either. You went on a tangent for no reason. The wording, the portrayal, avoiding the actual issue, not saying.
No, avoiding what issue?
Oh my fucking god.
Gavin directly disavowed the rioting. He said it was bad. He said they were going to arrest people for doing it. What are you talking about?
we're going to arrest people that do this, guys. We don't like this over here, guys.
Yeah, he said that. They did it. He said that and they did it.
I don't know, bro. How can you not feel like shame? Like, don't you feel shame in this moment as XQC? Like, why did he agree to this? Why did he agree to this? Why would he agree to put on Spotlight like all of his fucking, like how fucking disconnected his views are and how? Why would he do this?
Okay.
You acknowledge that at the same time, Donald Trump was illegally sending the military to California.
I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to convince you.
Yeah, because it's the facts. I know, on the facts suck. Facts are annoying.
No, I'm never going to convince you.
The next guy that you see dying, please don't fucking pretend that you give a fuck, okay? Play the clip a few times, get some fucking laughs, go and fucking virgin. Don't pretend you actually give a fuck about any of this shit. Because you guys are the problem.
Bro, in his mind, big protest taking place in LA was good for Gavin Newsom. What? He's saying score a W. Mishenko, you missed the point completely. Being offended by private property being destroyed in the context of a protest, because a protest is happening for really important reasons, and then having a couple of bad actors, sometimes even fucking state actors that are coming there to be fucking, you know, just to make the protest more chaotic. Within those protests, people are also stopping people from doing fucked up shit because they don't want people to paint the protest in the wrong light. They want the focus to be on the right thing. But if you are in a state of mind where one burnt building or one burnt car or delegitimizes an entire protest, you're fucking twisted. Because it would be the easiest thing ever than to delegitimize any protest ever happening. Because I would just be like, oh, they're protesting against what we want. Let's just send in 6 guys, dress them up, whatever. Let's just let them be a part of the crowd. Nobody's gonna fucking notice, and let them break a car or 2. That's it. Boom. Protest fucking invalidated. There's gonna be bad actors and fucking opportunists and fucking everything. And these protests, like people like that are organized well, they are making sure this shit doesn't fucking go down, you know? They're all actively fighting against it and pointing it out. Yo, boom, thank you very much for the prime game. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Problem. It is your fault. It is your fault. People like you and Asmongold are the worst.
I am the most consistent anti-vaccine you'll ever find.
Yes, I agree.
I am so
consistently
consistent.
fucking
It's
retarded.
Crazy.
Consistently retarded.
It's crazy. Yo, Destiny, you understand it? Like, this is my view of the world, okay? Doing the right thing, more often than not, the vast majority of the time, is taking L's. Because being actually better than whoever you're trying to denounce as the bad person means...
Honestly, you gotta have that viewpoint if you're spinning slot machine on stream, no?
that you...
To be fair, I'm sending bullets on stream, so maybe I'm a hypocrite here, but... At least I force you guys to go through some loopholes to get into the Discord, you know? We're being a little bit subtle about it.
You take an L, and you don't change your behavior. Oh, you're gonna
Can
do
you give me
something.
one example? Give me one example. Can you give me one example in human history of that happening? Give me one example. Give me one example. Give me one example of that happening. When the Brits were taxing Americans without representation, did they just sit and take it? In the Civil War, when shots were fired at Fort Sumter and the South seceded from the United States, did they just take it?
So what
when Germany was steamrolling all of Europe, did
accelerationism equals win?
Who's talking about accelerationism? No, I'm asking you, give me one example where somebody sat and took it and took L after L after L, and they magically went at the end. You know where that happens? It happens in anime and Marvel movies. Show me in the real world where this happens.
In what sense?
Where somebody takes L after L after L, and they just sit there and lose over and over again, but they somehow magically win at the end. Where it's not a fucking anime. Where does this happen? What you're advocating for is extinction on one side, and you're pretending there's some morality in it because you're not affected. That's all you're doing at the end of the day. You people like you and Asmongold, you're not affected.
That is rich. That is rich. That is rich. That is incredibly rich to say that, by the way. While you're saying it's not affected, it's a classic. It's a classic.
A classic how?
Why? It's just a classic. It's a classic because the left always gets free W's all the time, out of not denouncing and skirting around bad words. This is not an epidemic, guys. This is a cultural phenomenon.
Wait, show me where Gavin. Watch this. Show me where Gavin says that this is. What is he? What do you want him to say here that he didn't say? This is in regards to the riots a few months ago.
Like it.
I sent you to Twitter or on Discord.
About this. If you incite violence or destroy our communities, you're going to be held to account. That kind of criminal behavior will not be tolerated. Full stop. Already more than 200.
Guys, let me translate this to English so people that don't understand what he's saying. Guys, if you are guys, by the way, let me tell you, I'm on a 27 win streak in CS. If you cheat in my games, we will come after you. We will get you. We will ban you.
What?
By the way, I'm on a 73 win streak right now with this guy on my team. We will come after and we will get you. You will not cheat in our lobbies. You will not, and we will report you every time. By the way, guys, I'm currently rank 1 with this dueling with the cheater. We're gonna get you. It's fucking weird. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Bob.
What is this W he's saying? Like, what is the W? Where is it? What W? What is it? What W? What's the dub? What the elo points is Gavin getting here?
Blah 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 blah. Just talking, ignoring the act. It's cuck shit. It's cuck shit. The man is not stand on business. He does not stand on business.
He does stand on business. They arrested people. But if you want to use a cheating example, XQC, fine, let's use a cheating example. What happens in a game where you've got some people that cheat and some people that don't? What happens? There's one of two things can happen. You've played games, I played games, you know the answer. There's only one of two ways that situation can turn out. If there are people in games that cheat and people in games that don't cheat. Tell me what are the two ways that this can end up?
People get fed up and now everybody's cheating.
Yes, that's one way, yeah. So the game is overrun by cheaters. You see this happen especially with free-to-play stuff, right? Or two, what happens? The cheaters all get banned, right? There is no world where you go into those games and you tell everybody else, guys, just stop cheating. Guys, just stop cheating and they'll go away. Guys, just stop cheating. That never happens because what it would lead
Why does this analogy is so fucking bullshit? Why is he entertaining it?
It would lead to extinction. And that's what happens in every single one of those. For a while, it happened with PUBG, it happened with CSGO, happened with every free-to-play game in the world where it just got overrun by cheaters. And unless somebody comes in and bans them, then they take over and they just run shit.
Okay. I think if you make it a point to always shame people and always recurve the narrative, say, don't do this shit. It is my understanding that you're doing the right thing and you are the better person. Is what it is. What about it? This is what I think. You're doing the right thing, and I don't do this. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna dox the people that are cheating. No, I think that's bullshit. I think it's all dog shit. I think people can just do better, man. It's that simple.
Really?
Yeah,
so what's one game where the cheating just disappeared without people getting, you say doxed, how about sued? Right? Didn't that happen to big cheat makers where they literally got fucking sued by Blizzard? I think for at least one of them. Or where people get banned. They get kicked out, deported. What game fixed the cheating problem magically? Ever?
Valorant.
Really? Valorant? Don't they literally have a fucking RAM injection program that Riot uses to...
They mine Bitcoin on my PC and I let them. I am a cuck of Bitcoin.
So obviously that example doesn't work then.
The Chinese spyware is in my ass as we speak, digging a hole, and I love it.
Okay, so then that example doesn't work then. There's somebody else that's enforcing that. We have nobody enforcing that in the United States. One side is just cheating right now with impunity, and you're pretending that it's going to magically go away. Why? They keep winning games. Trump won the last election. Cheating. They're just going to keep winning.
Oh, so now again. He's cheating. He's cheating. Right? Is that what you're saying? Is that where you're going with? Or is this? They're cheating. No, I think that's rigged. I think saying that anything is rigged is like, unless there's proof that it's rigged. I mean, let's be honest. It's just you're just saying things. Like, what about?
Sure. Here's proof that it was rigged. The fact that he pardoned every single person that showed up at the Capitol to insurrect the government that he ordered to be there, that he told people to come there. That would be one example of rigging. I can give you like 20 more if you want.
Boy, example of rigging how?
Donald Trump told everybody that the 2020 election was rigged. 80% plus.
Bro, I think pardoning all the homies that did illegal things that helped you is rigging. Like, if that isn't, bro, it's like, it's crazy.
Of conservatives today still think the 2020 election was rigged. They showed up at the Capitol to protest the election, and then eventually to riot in the White House, and eventually to kick out the lawmakers so that they could prevent the peaceful transfer of power. Every single person involved with that, when Donald Trump was elected again, was pardoned. He said it's okay, it's cool. People that were
That's wild to me.
Lemke too, thank you very much to the tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All that is a bit, that's abysmal. It's a failure of everything that every state that it's stand on. It's an absolute disaster.
okay.
What?
Is there a single equivalent action that anybody on the left has done?
Why, you mean like when Biden pardoned his the crack smoker?
Why did Biden pardon his son?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because basically Joe Biden's justification, it's like you can disagree with that pardoning too, but his justification for pardoning his son was that he was prosecuted way more extensively for political reasons. That's his justification for the pardoning of his son. I don't think anybody should be pardoned. Like, why is pardoning a thing? That shouldn't be a thing. I don't think like the pardon is so, how is that not unconstitutional? How is pardoning real? Isn't it that, you know, we're all equals under the justice system, all that jazz? How is pardoning a real thing? Pardons exist so the next government does not seek retribution versus the old government. It's to stop political litigation. Aren't there other things in place that prevent abuse? I don't understand how the pardon prevents that. The president can legit tell the DOJ to go after the person, and they will. But how does pardoning stop that? That's a whole different problem. How does pardoning stop that? Because it's like, if there are changes in laws where people have been, of course, where people have been, let's say, incarcerated for laws that have later been changed, what is... I just think it's strange. You guys are explaining it to me, but I don't think pardoning should be a thing. Because I think it just stops, it doesn't address the actual issue. It's such a easily preventable, it's an easily abusable power. Like, that's so abusable. Pardons? Are we crazy?
I thought he said he wouldn't do it.
Do you know what 2 crimes? Do you know what 2 crimes he was convicted for?
Oh no, okay.
Hunter Biden was convicted for lying on a federal tax.
So now you're doing charitability.
Oh, you don't like the facts. You don't like the facts.
Now you're doing
I'm not being charitable. I'm not being charitable. I was just telling you a factual record.
But anyway, how is Joe Biden pardoning his son on the same level at all as pardoning the Jan 6ers? How's that even like a point of comparison? How's that a point of comparison?
Of what was going on, but you don't like the facts because they bother. Yeah, they bother you. Oh, you want to tell?
No, I'm not one of those guys.
Okay. Hunter Biden was convicted for 2 things. One, he was convicted for tax evasion in 2019 on tax.
No, it's like, I'm sure pardons have been used for actual good. That's not what I'm arguing against, guys. But the fact that somebody is imprisoned for something that doesn't make sense, and that something goes into effect, let's say through lawmaking, right? And then he's no longer, you know, what he was prosecuted for is no longer viable. Then for that person to be pardoned on that basis, that makes sense. I'm sure pardons have been used for good. That's not what I'm arguing against. but it's so easy to abuse the pardon that obviously it will. And the solution to the problems that you guys are explaining to me, that the pardon is, of course, like you're explaining why the pardon exists and why it should exist. Well, there's so much easier solutions to the problems that you say that the pardon is solving. So much easier solution. Because like the list of who Trump has pardoned already, it's like it's crazy. It's just people that are working in his interest, and that is that's mafioso shit, you know.
Taxes that he'd already paid back, that him and the IRS had already settled on.
It's basically just used as a do illegal things on my behalf, and I will pardon you. How is there no?
They were fully paid back, one. And then two, he was convicted for lying on a 4473 because he smoked crack at the same time that he bought his gun. This was after the Republicans had investigated him for 4 years, claiming that he was conspiring in Burisma in Ukraine to do illegal international business. Okay? Joe Biden pardoned him.
So he had paid his taxes. Is that how it actually went down?
Yes.
Is that an accurate?
I just think at this point in time, it's like the pardon is so OP that whoever's in power doesn't want to remove it. The pardon is so OP. And I think we live in an era now where everything is just abused. There is no implied responsibility. Like in the past, if you would pardon some fucking criminals, bro, you would get fucking impeached. Like if we look back to some of the things that presidents did that they got completely fucking ousted for, the bar and the standard is just fucking limbo dancing in hell right now for what you get away with, especially in Trump's case. It's like the amount of things where instances where we can point to corruption and abuse are just, that list is endless.
Documented thing.
Because Wikipedia, if you don't believe me, or Google it. Yes, they were all paid back already.
Well,
yes.
I just feel like this is. It sounds a little bit like a fairy tale. It could not be.
Oh, that's crazy how all the Republican shit is so fucking horrible and bad, but it's literally on the open. If any of you fucking retards would take 2 seconds to read about it, but yes,
well, I'm not
they
Republican.
were paid
I'm
back.
not Republican.
They were paid. You are in practice. Yeah, of course you are. What do you mean? Obviously, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. I identity politics masturbated again.
It's not identity politics. It's just like a guy walks out of a room with cum leaking out of his asshole in his mouth and says, "I'm not gay." It doesn't really mean much. As long as you still get fucked in the ass and you take dick in your mouth, right? You carry all the Trump talking points and you do everything that they want you to do. It doesn't matter what the fuck you call yourself.
Okay.
At the end of the day, right? A Trump dick suck is a Trump dick suck.
Then you're a radical left. Then you're a radical left because you're a fucking short gnome with fucking blue hair doing cuck shit.
A radical. I'm the radical left.
Well,
who
I mean,
fights
that's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Sure.
That's how I see it.
If you
so
want
I said it. So
you and I are standing in front of an assassin right now, and we have to figure out who's criticized who more. Have I criticized the far left more, or have you criticized Donald Trump more? Who's getting shot in that circumstance? Are you fucking serious? I'm literally Hassan's like waking nightmare, and you're telling me that I'm a radical leftist? Like, do you even remember who you're talking to?
Okay, well, Hassan is a post radical, where it's a new meta that I made. It's post radical. It's accepted terrorism. Yeah, I think that's being a terrorist sympathetic person. That's fucking awful. That's post radical. That's what I say.
Sure. So I think I've easily exceeded my threshold for ever being called a far leftist. I think I've got my creds critiquing the far left. So I don't know how you could possibly say I'm critiquing the far left, but you refuse to call out Donald Trump and the right for constantly evading.
I call people on the right all the time. That's crazy.
Saying both sides and saying everyone does it is not the same.
I call out the right all the time.
If you had to guess,
that is it.
If you had to guess for percentage of time, I'm just curious. If you had to guess percentage-wise, this is how much percentage time I criticize Donald Trump and the people in Congress versus how much time I criticize everything on the left. What do you think the split is there?
I don't know.
Do you think it's like 50-50? Do you think it's like 40-60? Do you think it's like... My guess is it's like 95-5, maybe. 5 is generous. I don't think I've ever heard you call out Trump before in my entire life.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, maybe it's more of a thing where like an I fell off argument type thing, but that's so false. It's crazy. That is being so.
Yes,
but which one has been posted? Which one have I posted on my own behalf? Where have I showed that? Oh yeah, like this is something. I want it. I'm doing this, dude. That's not how it happened. That is the standard of which if somebody, let's say, had a job to be part of the thing. No, dude, you cannot be against the left. You have a job that is in the realm of the left. You are paid by the left. You are funded. You are an agent. Like, dudes, come on, bro. It's like some really like. I think it's just like you're thinking, but it's whatever.
Wait,
I think
what?
It's sauce.
I'm just saying that in the grand totality of things, the strategy on the right is always the far right will never take responsibility for anything, will always throw bombs at the far left. Useful people like you and Asmongold, well, he's probably far right now, but you guys will just say, oh, it's both sides. And then people on the left will have to sit there and say, oh, guys, maybe it's both sides. And that's it. Over and over and over and over and over again. For the last 10 years, that's what we've done.
You know what's sad? You would actually be very impressed by the amount of people that try to get streams and get stuff done with the left, with Kamal and with their group to help their campaign for free, voluntarily, right? You would be actually impressed and how unreceptive they are and how stupid they are and how it is their fault of the elections because they have branding problems. They're dog shit. Bro,
Wait, XQC is spitting. Democratic Party sucks ass.
only one piece of media did it with somebody that
Ain't no way, this on the screen. What an experience. What a fun stream, some might say. The most fun stream. This is the most fun stream. Is the greatest stream, some might say the greatest. It was the greatest. Everyone says it's the greatest.
that talks to the youth a little bit is the guy that fucked the girl that was suing for 20 mil for free and fucking bagged this dumb fuck. Fucking Shannon Sharpie. Guys, I'm not gonna do a stream.
What's happening? What's happening? What is he talking about?
Or whatever. I'm not gonna do this massive event.
Shannon Sharpie?
I'm gonna get a lot of publicity. I'm gonna do the Shannon Sharpie podcast. That'll get him going. What a waste of fucking time. The left has fallen, and some people are fucking lock in on the fact that these people are almost losing deliberately. It is wild. It's bro, Shannon Sharpie podcast, the only piece of media that's angled towards the youth thing. We lost the youth vote. Oh, these fucking
what is he talking about?
Red-pilled right wing or corrupting the youth, whatever.
I don't know, bro. He just fucking I don't know. He just fucking I don't know where he went. Bro, but to me, like, I agree. I just don't know the relevance to what's happening right now. I do think the Democratic Party doesn't know what the fuck it's doing and it needs to fucking start over because it's fucking really inting. It's just really inting. It's like the whole point. You know what kept, it's like the lobbying is fucked in America. The lobbying, takes charge. That all partisan issues, like all issues that both parties agree on, are just inherently in favor of fucking, the biggest corporations in the country and the war lobby and all of that shit. Partisanship only occurs on that front. There's fucking something twisted there. But there was at least, when a party sucked, at least the other party could fucking, do a good job of fucking fighting back. Because the thing is, it should be so fucking easy, no? It should be so fucking easy. It should have been so easy, bro.
What have you been doing? What have they been doing? They alienated everybody like a bunch of fucking cucklords. Jesus Christ.
What? I have no... How did this end up with you shitting on the left? I don't even know what we're talking about right now. What?
True. And that is true. And that is true. What I'm saying is that if given the opportunity, I would have not been on the background of a fucking Trump stream. I would have been at the forefront of a Kamala stream, right? But these people are fucking brain dead. Don't hold it against me. That they have zero IQ. That they don't know how to conduct a fucking political campaign to make their candidate win the fucking election. They're fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree. They have issues, yeah, for sure. But part of the issue, the thing that I'm fighting on right now, is the media environment. The reason why they're so brain broken is because they see people like you laugh when people like Trump say the most abhorrent, disgusting, fucked up shit in the universe, and then you guys lose your fucking mind when Hillary Clinton says like basket of deplorables, and it makes the media environment really fucking confusing. When they see a mass shooting happen, then everyone on the right is calling for fucking war, and then the president is deploying the National Guard and the military to states, and people you are like, wow, president of peace, LOL, Department of War, that's so epic, XD. And then you look at Biden and you're like, oh my God, the Democrats are so violent all the time because look at this account on Twitter. Yeah, it's a really confusing and a difficult media environment to navigate. When any fair-minded person, when any apolitical person would look at what's going on in the US right now and go like, wow, it's not really that surprising that it's super violent. Your president, Donald Trump, is probably the most divisive figure in probably all of, in at least the last century of US history, right? He's the least popular president right now. The second least popular was him in term 1. And you're turning around and it's like, oh, both sides. He has no responsibility for anything that happens. Like, you just sat here and told me that the president of the United States' own rhetoric doesn't matter and influence its citizens. Like, what the fuck? Well, you spend half your time here railing against me making edgy tweets or Hassan saying bad shit. Why does it matter?
I think words are whatever. I think words are whatever.
What do you mean words are whatever? What do you think people fucking go to war over? Do you think everybody goes to war because somebody killed their own personal family or friend? What do you mean? Words are whatever. People start wars over ideologies and words and religions and thoughts and ideas.
I mean, when you say, oh guys, don't do this. I mean, I'm just saying it falls on deaf ears. It is what it is. Like,
why do you don't think these people are influential at all? That when the killers go out and kill and they say I did it because this guy said it, that doesn't matter? What do you?
I don't know, bro. So words don't matter? Is that his position? The words don't matter. What people say doesn't matter. What the president of America says doesn't matter. That's his position. That's his actual position. What? What?
You need to prove to connect the thoughts.
So the rhetorics, when it's from the right, it's clear coded. It's probably this, whatever. But when it's on the left, it could have been that. Whatever, dude. I think you're just not being consistent with it.
When the left does it, I call them out on it. All the cop shit and all the unarmed black people shit, I said that was bad. What do you mean? I called them out on it. And Biden and Kamala had to disavow it as well. When they ran for office, they had to say, you just saw a tweet of Gavin Newsom saying this violence is not acceptable. You can't do it. You'll be arrested. Show me one tweet of Donald Trump talking about the right like that. You will never be able to find it. You won't.
Then tell people to stop shooting people on the streets, stop gun violence. Oh my God, it's real bonus.
When did they go home?
Say stop doing drugs.
On January 6th. On January 6th. When did they go home? On January 6th. When did they go home? When did they go home?
Please, I beg it. We need Trump to say.
No, you're saying some retarded shit. Nobody does drugs because a political person told them to do drugs. You fucking retard. Nobody. The politicians told them to do drugs.
Saved. Homeless are saved. World-changing news are coming in. Fentanyl has disappeared from.
What is this, bro? You know, I might have a personal bias because he says if words don't matter, what is coaching? what is coaching? What is coaching? What have I done my entire life? What have I done my entire life?
From physical.
What is commentary? Why are the casters even talking? What are even words? How are words real?
Realm.
The thing,
all of it has turned to dust.
You guys need to go to more public events. At the very least, if you're going to sit here and talk about it, you should go. You need to go be at risk just like anybody else. Don't say shit unless you're willing to go stand outside and see who the fuck is going to show up at your event. Because it is insane to me that retarded fucking roach lords like you and Aspical will sit in your fucking house and stoke the flame so hard and then point out random left-wing accounts where the president of the United States is literally saying unhinged shit every single fucking day, and you sit here and laugh at it like you're an actual fucking toddler watching a Jack in the Box. That's crazy. That is insane to me.
The language you're using is crazy, but I think it's awful. I think
they're so brave. Wow, so brave. It's so brave of you to call me out. Good job. Nice. The guy who's, by the way, banned from your streaming platform, Twitch, for calling out the left wing, by the way. You're so brave. Meanwhile, Trump will never, ever call out the right because he doesn't need to, because fleshlights like you will always be there to take another fucking load for him. You will never call him out, and I bet you haven't. I'd be curious if somebody you're trying to link me after. If you calling out Trump without immediately after going, and the left does it too, and the far left too, and the Democrats too. Show me one time with you calling out Trump on his own. One time. I bet you haven't done it in the past year. I bet it hasn't happened.
Yeah, bro. When people link you the clips, and when you see it, I don't want an apology publicly. I want an apology from you to me that you try to fucking actually pin this shit on me like that. I think it's odd. I think it's odd behavior.
Okay, well, we'll see. Hopefully, the past year, one time. Okay, I love you, buddy. Good luck gambling.
All right. Thank you, man. See ya.
But for that, say it's
Kick. Kick. Kick, kick, kick. That was a massive fucking waste of time, but it was entertaining. It was fucking hilarious. Bro, there was